UNICEF ambassador Selena Gomez created a storm on Twitter when she asked her 11 million followers to take action on the growing nutrition crisis in the Sahel region of West and Central Africa, where more than 1 million children could die.
Kids are on the internet all the time, and once they Twitter something, they want to know what it's about, so then they Google it, and then they're educating themselves. So it's a really neat connection I have with them, because they do want to know what's going on as opposed to...
She followed up her online activism with a visit to UNICEF's Office of Emergency Programs, where she was briefed on UNICEF's work around the globe, including the importance of an immediate response in the drought-stricken Sahel.
That's what happens when you're malnourished.
You're much more vulnerable to disease, and you're also more vulnerable to diarrhea, which can take a child's life because there's so much dehydration, pneumonia. These are the big killers.
Right now there's close to almost 1 million children whose lives are at risk right now in the Sahel region of West and Central Africa. So it's really urgent right now, and that's where they need the most help. So I want to be extremely vocal and educate people, letting them know that together with UNICEF we can save so many kids' lives.
And I'd like to show you something over here. This is kind of cool because it gives a sense of kind of what's really happening kind of in an emergency. What are some of the things UNICEF does? So this one is like an early childhood development kit.
Ms. Gomez, who has worked with UNICEF since 2009, saw how UNICEF equipment like School in a Box helps to create a sense of normalcy for children in the aftermath of disaster.
Sport equipment to help them to play.
And she promised to do all she could to encourage her enormous fan base to support UNICEF's work.
I absolutely believe in social media. I mean, when it comes to just being so connected instantly with your fans, it's also being connected with what's going on around the world. You can find out anything within 10 seconds. So I have such loyal, incredible fans, and I know that they want to help out, and even people who might not really know who I am could hear about it from their voice and getting the word around. So I think it's extremely important. Right now, more than 1 million children could die in the Sahel region of West and Central Africa.
Ms. Gomez recorded a public service announcement which encourages young people to donate $10 to UNICEF's campaign to prevent deaths in the Sahel. And she hopes that her example will encourage other young people to act.
Children are especially vulnerable when they don't get the nutrition that they need. Every little thing counts. I always say that ever since I've started, whether it's volunteering or donating or even just telling people. It's as simple as that. I mean, talking to your family about it, talking to your friends about it. I met a young girl who was 12, and her 6 of her friends raised $3,000 for UNICEF. So just things like that are really encouraging for helping others and for yourself.
This map shows all the different hazards around the world. This gives us an ability to really track where we need to be focusing our attention.
Ms. Gomez, who is just 19 herself, said children and young people were eager to know about issues in the developing world and to find out ways to become involved.